Hey, I am so glad you're joining me today for a very special video about my newest ebook about sync licensing. You've been waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this one, been trying to get this out, and finally it is here. You know, sync licensing has become a hot topic over the past few years as COVID shut the world down and everybody had to figure a way to make music income in some way where they could do it without doing all the things that COVID kept us from doing. Many other things that we were trying to do musically were shut down, like live events. And we've also seen the final death of the CD, of the compact disc. So besides Spotify sales, what are you going to do to make music income in this world? Yes, live is coming back, but we needed something during that time, and we still need something. And I think this is one of the top ways that you can make music in the new music business, and that is sync licensing. Like many musicians and producers and composers, I was looking for the next level of income, and I have been working on it for the past 5 years to really focus on sync licensing. You know that if you've been watching this channel. If you haven't, I have. I knew this whole time I wanted to do an ebook or course or something on sync licensing. We talk about it all the time on this channel. I just knew that I wanted to put something out, and it's taken me about 6 months to write and put together, but I finally have it and it's ready now, and I'm happy to introduce my new ebook, Getting in Sync. You can get it now. It is on the website, it is on my store, and there's a special bundle with everything that we have. But first, I thought I would talk a little bit about the book. My perspective on sync is a little different than most, but I think you will find this very helpful to see the path that I'm on and that I've been on, and to find your way alongside me in this journey. First, before I talk about the new ebook, let's talk about free stuff that I have right here at makemusicincome.com/free. I have 50 ways to make music income. It's all in an ebook, 50 ways. I have the Do Everything checklist, which talks about licensing, but it also talks about distribution and other things that you should do as you get every song done. I have the Pond 5 upload course, which is just a free short course to teach you how to upload music onto Pond 5 and do licensing in that way. And then I still have the free, oddly popular research paper called The Ubiquitous Style, Form, and Instrumentation of Corporate Stock Music. And if that sounds stodgy and a lot of words, it actually is, but it's something that you like to download, apparently, because everybody keeps downloading it. So that's also something we have at makemusicincome.com/free. But wait, there's more. The new ebook, Getting in Sync, the new revised version of the stock market ebook, and all of our downloads are now available in one bundle. That's right. I know it's shocking. You can get everything in one place for just $17.99 and just download it all in one shot. You can go to makemusicincome.com/gettinginsync if you're just in a hurry and you have to go check this out. But let me tell you a little bit about the book first before you do. So it starts with a foreword. It's called What This Ebook Is and What It's Not. I should probably tell you from the beginning that this ebook probably takes a different tack than most people do with sync licensing. It's probably not what the gurus would suggest for you to do, but it's what has worked for me and how I am making music income with sync licensing. In chapter 1, I try to define sync licensing pretty quickly and plainly, not getting into too much detail. I think you pretty much know that we're talking about music that goes behind films and TV and advertising and things like that. So I get into a definition first. Chapter 2, I talk about how and why I got into sync. In this chapter, I get into my unique strategy, which I don't think is that unique, but it certainly has worked for me, and hopefully it can work for you as well. It's generally not recommended by the gurus in the ways to approach sync, but it is recommended by me. Chapter 3 is preparing for sync music. You know, I think this is something that a lot of people skip over because they are so ready to just start throwing music out there. And I tell you, the secret to my success was really that I came up with music first, and I detail what I did to do that and get ready for that. Editing Eric here from the future, and I seem to have forgotten chapter 4, which is how I found sync libraries. It'll be much more interesting to read than me tell you now, but basically pretty much what it sounds like, how I found sync libraries. In chapter 5, I talk about the ways you can get paid with sync licensing. We talk about things like upfronts, and we talk about things like PRO payments and things like that. And I'll tell you what I have seen so far in music income through sync licensing. In chapter 6, I kind of just go ahead and lay out my experience so far, the 6 or so steps that I walked right through and where I am now. In chapter 7, I kind of break down music libraries versus sync agents versus music supervisors. There are several different ways you can get your music into television and film and to other projects like this, and they're not always dealing with music libraries like I have. In chapter 8, I talk about preparing for the long, long road of sync. You may have heard about this, that it's going to take a while, that it just is not something that comes right to you monetarily. We're used to stock music. If you've done stock music licensing, we can sometimes get paid the next month for the things that we are making, but not so in sync licensing. This is a long game, and it's important that we know how to deal with that. And in chapter 9, I kind of wrap things up by giving you a lot more information on where to go for more sync knowledge, not just me, but other friends that have YouTube channels and they have sites, probably some that you know of, but my thoughts on all of them, as well as other people who could help you with production and help you with figuring out how to improve as a composer and a producer. So I feel like I cover a lot in this ebook. And I have been waiting for this because I have a lot of content that I've been stacking up and preparing for when this ebook is released and that this ebook can sponsor. So get ready. Gear up, gird up your loins. We're going to get going with sync licensing over the next few weeks here on this channel. And as I stated earlier, there is a bundle where you can get the new ebook as well as my other ebook, The Stock Market, where, why, and how to get into stock music licensing. You can get both of those, plus all the free content that I talked about earlier. You can get all of that in one link for just $17.99. And that's a nice discount off both books, including the first ebook. We're now in version 3 of The Stock Market, so you can get the newest update of that, plus the brand new ebook, Getting in Sync, and get all of that knowledge and all of our ebooks for one price. Of course, if you just want the new ebook, you can get that right here at makemusicincome.com/gettinginsync. So come along for the continuing adventures in sync licensing as I release this ebook and bring you more sync licensing info, including stuff that's happening with me, stuff that's happening with other people, and we continue to walk down this road together. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. And here is a playlist of all my other sync licensing videos that I've made to this point. There's going to be a lot more very soon. So if you want to learn more, make sure you watch those. Get the new ebook, and as always, thanks so much for watching.